MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Steven Matz gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
Settling in now, Gene Segura. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Segura.
Here comes the first pitch. First of 3 to start the week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
And we are a long way from summer tonight, and even 40 degrees at first pitch. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Man, that's surprising, Dan. This guy's flailing at stuff in the dirt and above his head to get to 2 strikes, and then he lays him a cook.
Oh, you would think after throwing 2 pitches out of the zone that he would triple up and throw a third one, either up, down, or in and out, but that one right in the middle of the strike zone.
And in steps Scott Kingery. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters meeting. He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Into the box now, Bryce Harper. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. He's set, and the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Segura on second. Kingery on at first with nobody out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is Cespedes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A 3-run homer here for Bryce Harper. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 0-1 count and the pitch. Oh, 2 pitch is a curveball that misses 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
The 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
3 runs already home here. Swing and a line drive. But he just missed his extra bases. Another payoff pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
That is it. The catcher, JT Realmuto.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. Just a 1 for 12 career line. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! JT Realmuto with a solo shot. Second home run early in the year as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one. And this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
To the plate now, Roman Quinn, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
And it's fouled away. 4 runs here in this half inning. Hard sinker misses 2-2.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there. And again a throw. Runner back safely. Runner at first here, 1 man out. He's running. Strike taken, the throw. Not in time as he steals second.
They ran the risk of a strike him out, throw him out play there, but that was a good job of getting in there successfully. On 3-2, there's a decent chance the hitter puts the ball in place, so it can be a good time to be aggressive just like that.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Cano. And this is bobbled now by Cano. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Phillies 4 and the Mets nothing. Vince Velasquez, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
Coming to the plate now, Ahmed Rosario. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. One and one the count now.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. And this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Pitch popped up. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The 3-1. Here's a line shot that's going to get over the head of Gregorius and on into left center for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
So here's Pete Alonso as he'll take a look at ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. 2 out with the man at first. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating, and now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in the zone.
3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Mets strand one. They trail here 4-0. Now to the plate, Vince Velasquez. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line toward right center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up for them. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the second inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
Runners on the move for second. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. The relay throw, but too late, and he's safe at third.
The good news for pitchers in this park is that it doesn't give up many home runs. A lot of room in the outfield. Sometimes that's the bad news as well, though, because there's a lot of space for hits to get down and to go for extra bases just like that.
At the plate, Scott Kingery as he lines it out to center. Cespedes is there. Let's see if they try it. And they decide not to push things here with one away as he'll hold on at third base.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Paul Sewald is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
Paul Sewald.
In now, JT Realmuto, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first two pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. Two tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
From the stretch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
High in the air out to center field. And Cespedes will put this one away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Phillies 6 and the Mets nothing. So striding in, Michael Conforto. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, man, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. In his career, Conforto comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Line drive base hit.
Hey guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
Ready now, J.D. Davis. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Snap throw from the catcher. And he saw it coming that time, back in standing. Nobody out, runner on first. Ball 2 now. Now the 2-0 home. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. The 1-0 home.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-1 home.
Ball, that's out. That's ball 3.
Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. 3-1, here it is. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Batting 8, the center fielder.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. In yesterday's game, he was responsible for the only run driven in by his club. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
At the plate now, Paul Sewald, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 2 left for the Mets. They still find themselves down 6-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
At the plate, Roman Quinn. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
The 1-0 home.
That's the ball. I got 2 on the count.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Kyle Garlick. And he fouls this one off. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, look out. Hot shot to 3rd, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Vince Velasquez.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Vince Velasquez. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air to center field. After it is Cespedes. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Striding in, Ahmed Rosario. And they are squarely into chip-away mode, looking at a 6-0 deficit already in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
0-1 the count. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike two. Hit out towards second. And there's one down now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. One out, nobody on. Lifted the other way out to left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Number 6.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The 1-2. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Segura gets down on the ground. Great play. It's in time. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Gene Segura standing in. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance.
Gene Segura.
First pitch on its way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Davis has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
The windup and the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. 2 are gone in the Philly 4th, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch coming. Here it is. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Into the box, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll cut on and miss at a good slider at the knees for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Here's a look over to first, and he'll dive back in. And another throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Philadelphia. They lead it 6-zip. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Ball. Nope.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he begins the at-bat with a knuckle curve looked at for strike 1.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now at the plate, JT Realmuto. Now the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got...
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
Got a pretty good pitch to hit there and turned it into extra bases. And to me, this goes back to what we were saying about this reliever pitching longer than he's really used to. I do think he's fighting exhaustion right now.
Standing in now, Didi Gregorius as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 24, Roman Quinn.
Into the box, Roman Quinn. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Line to the right side. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores.
You know, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Kyle Garlick. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard liner to center field. Cespedes is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 1 run here on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 7 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Garlick is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Cespedes.
Digging in, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
0-1 count and the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Here comes another 0-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Garlick is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Paul Sewall.
Eduardo Nunez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Brad
attention,
Brock
please.
gets the call to pitch
Now
here, and he'll
pitching
try
for
to
the Mets,
sort this mess out. He's
number
going to try to at
29,
least eat a couple of
Brad
innings for his guys.
Brock.
Digging in, Vince Velasquez getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. First pitch on its way.
Velasquez.
No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Slow little roller to third. Reined in. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The third baseman, number 2, Gene Segura.
1 out for the Phils in their half of the 6th, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a base hit on the line.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Scott Kingery.
Ready for another shot now. Scott Kingery. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
Hey, a good right-handed pickoff move is really all about the footwork, and that was nice. He got his feet all the way around the first, which allowed his hips and everything else to clear for an accurate throw to the inside of the bag. That, and it was real quick, too.
Conforto will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Phillies go down quietly there, and they hold a 7-0 lead. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
2-0 now. Two balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Sure took a healthy hack that time. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Kingery will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Number 24, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
One away now for the Mets in the 6th, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. And a ball, 1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Hey, this guy's done a better job than expected. He's made some bad pitches in the strike zone, but so far he hasn't gotten hurt by him.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Left side, but well foul.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Oh, and he misses it. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, number 6.
Standing in, Jeff McNeil, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Swing and a liner. Foul. And it's fouled away. Another one sent foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a...
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Now at the plate, Bryce Harper. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Harper.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. The 0-1 pitch is low and outside for a ball. The 1-1 home. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. High in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball 1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher.
Now at the plate, JT Realmuto. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
1-0 the count. The pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
The count is 1-2.
Hit softly on the ground to third. He's got it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Nothing doing here this half. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the seventh. Get up and stretch. The Phillies lead it 7-0. Bottom of the inning now. So here's the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. No hits to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Swung on and missed. That strike two.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Pete Alonso is set packing to begin the bottom of the seventh. So now to the plate, Michael Conforto. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And it's 1-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Quinn is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, the left fielder, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Line to the right side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0-for-1 in the ball game. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. A ball that's carrying. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he's in safely to third, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
You know, D-Row, you know you've been a pretty productive player when you can collect 500 runs batted in your career. With that base hit right there, that's RBI number 500.
Yeah, it's a testament not only to this guy's talent but his work ethic, the ability to stay healthy.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And he lays off there, 1-0. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Lowry, the switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet tall. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
And there's a base hit on the line.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He swings and lines it to left. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. In to score, the runner from second.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch and the inning is over. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Justin Wilson will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Now batting, Didi Gregorius. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Right side. Cano gets to it. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The center fielder, number 24.
Striding in once again, Roman Quinn. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey! 0-1.
And there's ball 1. Wilson is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. For a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Pulling it in out there is Cespedes, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping in, Kyle Garlick. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Here comes the 0-1.
Hey!
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 3 up. Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Grounded to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, the first baseman, Pete.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder. He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there. I think that would fool him, and the umpire too.
1 out, nobody on. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
In now, Michael Conforto. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That evens it up 1-1. Conforto behind a ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Jerry's Familia enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Jay Bruce will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bruce, a 32-year-old veteran, he was selected in the 1st round back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Familia has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the 1st game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
The 1-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
He's set. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Not too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Scott Kingery will be next. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Stepping in, Scott Kingery. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-1.
Runners on first with one down. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Segura runs. Pitch is high. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
Pickoff move to second. And a dive, but he's back. Runner at second here with one man out. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Now batting, right fielder,
Bryce Harper will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
Here comes the 1-0. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 1-1.
Nope, outside.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
Hard on the ground toward short. Rosario's got it. To second, there's Cano. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Sir Anthony Dominguez is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
number 58, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Digging in once again, J.D. Davis. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the
The
ninth.
left fielder, J.D.
Fouled off. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Oh, I love facing pitchers like this. He's leaving nothing to the imagination. Coming to get him some.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a liner. Foul. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a wall. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Grounded to the right. The tag gets one. Oh, what a dive. Oh, but they throw it away at second. Brandon Nimmo will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder is on the move, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two, the series is theirs.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Philadelphia Phillies jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Vince Velasquez earns his first win of the season. Steven Matz struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
All right, well, Phils wrap up the victory here with a 7-3 win over the Mets. JT Realmuto, 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. Kind of broke out of a slump that he was in. Vince Velasquez gets the win. 6 2/3 innings pitched, lets up 7 hits, 3 runs. I really debated keeping him in there, but I wanted him to try to get that 3rd out, but it just wasn't to be. He threw over 100 pitches, but he did the yeoman's work. As far as I'm concerned, he was really the star of the game. But the player of the game, definitely tonight, JT Realmuto with 2 for 4 on the night with a home run and a double. Some other notables, we had that huge home run in the first inning with Bryce Harper with the 3-run blast. That really set the scoring up, and the Phillies took off from there. Scored another 2 in the second, 1 in the 5th, and that was pretty much it. Of course, the Mets had a little resurgence there with Velasquez sort of waning there at the end. I guess probably should have kept him in there, like I said, a little bit longer than I should have, but the Mets took advantage of that, scoring 3 runs off of him in that 7th inning. But as you see, JT Realmuto, the captain, as I like to call him, in there as the player of the game, scored some stuff, pretty cool. So the Phils now 3-2 on this young season as we start off what will be the week ending April April the 3rd. Yeah, that's easy for me. In this first, I should say this last week of March, first week of April, leading into April coming up. The Mets, what am I trying to say here? Right. So it will be Game 2 tomorrow night as Aaron Nola will take to the mound looking for his 2nd win against Rick Porcello. You may remember him from the world champion Red Sox. Played a huge part on some of their teams. We'll see what he can do with the Mets. Aaron Nola is in for a challenge. I can definitely say that, as you've seen so far, a win, then a loss, then a win, then a loss, then a win. Unpredictability is to be predicted as far as this Phillies team is concerned. Aaron Nola, of course, 1-0 on the season with a 1.13 ERA. Rick Porcello looking for his first win on the Mets. And as we get out of this, as you can see, once again, JT Realmuto, 2 for 4 on the night, scoring 2 runs, the home run, run batted in, also a double on the day. Vince Velasquez, who was really sharp, really throughout the games I did play of spring training. He got rocked a little bit in the final couple preseason games, but he came right back and really took it to the Mets, getting some strikeouts in there. Phil's 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Mets 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors, and none left. We look to tomorrow, the last day of March, Game 2 of the series, as we take you to around the majors, and I'll be back with a couple comments and maybe some spring cleaning, some roster news and whatnot as we move forward. And we're going to take you to the update, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies got 12 hits in this one as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-3. The Nats picked up, 19 hits in this one as they took down the Fish in Miami 12-9. The Braves combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-1. The Chicago Cubs got 11 hits overall as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-4. Omar Narvaez had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, helping the Brewers down the Cardinals 9-2. The San Francisco Giants got a road win against Arizona 8-4. The Los Angeles Dodgers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Rockies 2-0. The New York Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 8-7. The Cincinnati Reds hit 3 long balls as they blew out the Jays 9-3. The Boston Red Sox combined for 4 total home runs as they beat the O's in Baltimore 9-5. The Chicago White Sox smacked 15 team hits as they got the extra inning victory against the Indians 4-1. Salvador Perez had 3 hits and drove in 3, leading the Royals to the win over the Tigers 5-3. Mark Canha had a home run and 3 RBIs as the Athletics defeated the Astros 5-4. The Minnesota Twins grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 6-2. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
All right, there's around the majors what was going on here on this March the 30th. So as we look to tomorrow, March 31st, Aaron Nola looking for win number 2 on this young season. Rick Porcello, the opposition. I guess he was brought in to sort of fill the void that was left by Zach Wheeler. As you know, he is the Phillies' second starter, so Zach Wheeler will be seeing his former team. If you're looking at the schedule up here. Of course, you won't see that until March, but until April. So there you go. Zach Wheeler will get the 3rd game of the series against his former team, and looking to really bounce back. As you can take a look at the month of April coming up, of course, the Phils will venture home on Thursday. Started that homestand with Milwaukee, the first homestand of the season. But yeah, Zach Wheeler will get a chance for a little bit of retribution, self-retribution, against his former team, suffering the loss against the Miami Marlins, looking to get that first victory under his belt. But as we take a look here, the Phils, even though it's a young season and records really don't mean much at this point, the Phils do sit tied with the Atlanta Braves in first place. The Mets trailing at a half game back, as well as the Nationals at a half game back, and of course the Marlins a game back in the standings. So as we take a look at the injured list, as you can see, Andrew McCutchen, as I said, he should be back sometime in that home opening series. Victor Arano, the shoulder tightness, he'll be out another 1 to 2 weeks. Jose Alvarez, who actually was on the starting roster, I put him on the injured list, and brought up, as a matter of fact, I forgot to mention this the other night, brought up veteran left-hander Francisco Liriano. You saw him against the Marlins in a brief appearance. Out of the bullpen is what he will be mostly used for this season. It was forecasted on MLB.com that he would actually make the roster as as much as anything else, a long relief option, left-handed relief option out of the bullpen. in case the starter got rocked, or just for positioning purposes as far as facing left-handed batters if a team has a plethora of left-handed batters. So Francisco Liriano was brought in to replace the injured Jose Alvarez as another left-hander on the bullpen staff. So a little spring cleaning there, housekeeping, if you will. So he'll be out. And he will most likely be back if he doesn't just get outrighted to the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, depending on how good Liriano does. If he finds some quality outings and racks up some strikeouts and really hangs in there, then I'd probably be more apt to keep him and send Alvarez down. So those are the 3 injuries. Of course, Kutch. Again, I hope to get him back, which would leave me to make a choice of who I'm going to send down to make room for him. It will most likely be Kyle Garlick, and I really don't want to get rid of him simply because he's a good right-handed backup outfielder. I actually decided to keep him over Nick Williams just because of the left-handed happy bench that I have, including Jay Bruce and Adam Hazley, among others. So just forecasting ahead, I'm going to check out the lineups right fast here. And usually for a right-hander, this will most likely be the projected lineup. That's actually with DH. That's the one we're going to be looking at. So that's probably the lineup we're going to attack with on the next game, except I'm actually going to change this now. This is the lineup from Sunday. So this will most likely be the lineup against Rick Porcello. Put Roman Quinn back in there. He is the starter. So just looking over the lineup here, I was really impressed with Gene Segura. He really bounced back. Bryce Harper with the home run, his first of the regular season, 3-run home run, again, which really got the Phillies on the board early in that first inning. Didi Gregorius also with a home run. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was JT with the other home run. Didi Gregorius did get a few hits. I'm going to put Jay Bruce in, put the veteran outfielder in left to face Rick Porcello. I feel that Jay Bruce has probably a little bit better experience against the veteran Porcello than Kyle Garlick and obviously with Adam Hazley. So putting that veteran leadership there in the outfield, and of course a good, strong. Usually he's not. I don't like to bring him off the bench in most cases, but like I did in this past game. But I'm definitely going to give him a start in left field tomorrow night. So there's your projected lineup with Aaron Nola, of course, pitching. Again, he had a spectacular outing at the season opener against Miami, and looking for some of the same. He's got the stuff. There's no question about the LSU product. Looking to, as you see the line there, 1-0, 8 innings pitched, let up 5 hits, and then in the modern day MLB, you don't really see the starters go that long. However, if they're pitching well, I'm not going to, as we used to say, pull a Gabe Kapler and pull the pitcher for no reason. And of course, Joe Girardi, of course, is of the old school mindset where if a pitcher's in there dealing, the last thing you want to do is pull him out simply because statistics say to do so. That is not me, and I dare say that I sort of share the same old school mentality as our current manager, Joe Girardi, has. So Aaron Nola is definitely going to see some time. Of course, he gets rocked. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. But this is your lineup projected for tomorrow. Kingery, Harper, Segura in that leadoff spot, Reese back at first. And I got to say, a huge, big ups to Mean Gene and Reese, flashing some leather at both corners tonight. I can't forget that, looking back over this game. What a flash of the glove that Segura had throwing out the runner at first, and then of course that inning-saving snag that Reese had at first base, leading to the final out and of that one inning. And I'll tell you, it's good to see that they're actually just diving out there, and it's good to see that when I use that right stick on the controller, it actually worked. So that's a good thing in and of itself. So that'll be all for now. Thank you to those who did tune in. Hopefully we'll get some more tune-ins tomorrow for more Phillies baseball here on MLB 20 The Show. And there's your matchup tomorrow. So we look for you back here on the Bilskie channel. And once again, thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for Game 2.